All right, here we go. My name's Jeff Kay, and you're listening to episode 472 of the world-famous West Virginia Surf Report podcast.
Good boy, my ass.
Last weekend I went to get a haircut. I get my hair cut every 5 weeks, although I don't ever keep track of the length of time. I just know when it's time. I just know when I've crossed over the threshold. Sometimes I go to bed not needing a haircut and wake up the next morning needing one. It's very precise. I know when it's time. And it just so happens that if you keep track of it, and I don't really keep track of it. That's not the way I get my haircut. I don't say, well, it's been 5 weeks, I need a haircut. No, I need a haircut, and coincidentally, it's always 5 weeks. But anyway, I went over there to get a haircut, and there was a woman working there that I did not know, never seen her before. She must be new. I mean, I know the regular cast of characters. You know, I know there's a group that's generally there all the time, and then there's occasionally they cycle through a few periphery, haircut people that are out on the periphery. Anyway, so she didn't know me, I didn't know her, and she goes, "Did you check in on the app? Did you happen to check in on the app?" I said, I did. Yeah, I did. She goes, you did? Oh, that's good. That's really good. All right, so this is more this ageism that I suffer on a consistent basis. Oh, you were able to navigate an app? You downloaded it to your phone and you know how to use. Oh, that's good. You've done good. Like, what the? This is why I'm like walk through life like fired up all the time. I mean, that shit sucks. Like, people look at me and they're like, this guy's 100 years old. You know, he can't do anything. He has no abilities. He has no skills. Everything he's learned, he's forgotten. He's grizzled. He's broken down. He can barely function. Did you check in online? I know what the answer to that's going to be. The answer is going to be, no, I don't do that. I don't have applications on my flip phone. Let me check my my belt holster. Let me see. You know, I got my phone here attached to my belt holster. Anyway, I was fired up. And then she made some comment. She goes, oh, I like your shirt. I was wearing this pink shirt. It's a pink button-up shirt. And she goes, I like your shirt. I like when men, don't really care about their masculinity. It's not. I mean, I didn't mean it. I mean, did the wifey pick that one out for you? The wifey. That's what she said. She didn't say that about the masculinity, but that was implied. All right. But she did say, did the wifey pick that out for you? I said, no, I bought it. I buy my own clothes. I navigate applications. I navigate phone apps. I can download things. I know how to check in. It's not complicated. It's you open the app and you hit the button. I mean, these are things that I'm capable of doing despite being at this advanced age. I'm getting so irritated. I've never been so fired up. But anyway, what do you think about that? Oh, that's good. Oh, it's like you're talking to some kid that just took his first crap in the toilet. You know, you've done so. Oh, you took a big boy poop. Anyway, another thing that happened to me recently. What do you think about this? All right, 2 weeks ago, I think, we went to Costco. Tony and I did. I think it was 2 weeks ago. Maybe it was 3 weeks ago. It doesn't matter. Recently. And we always go over, if we go over there on a Saturday, we go by this place called Shangy's, which is this gigantic beer store. I mean, this thing is like the Taj Mahal of beer. I've never been in a beer store like this before. It's huge. I mean, massive. And it's got multiple rooms in it. It's got, the front room is huge. I mean, I can't even describe it. It's like huge. And it's got, the whole back wall is just coolers. And then there's beer, like it's like real clean and neat, and the displays are unbelievable. Anyway, we go there, and I bought a couple of 6-packs of some, obscure craft beer. But then we went back in this other room. There's this other room back there where they keep like the mainstream stuff, like the Budweisers and the Millers and all that shit. It's all in its own room. They have their own room for that stuff. Sometimes I buy that Narragansett, which is some old man beer out of Rhode Island. It's actually pretty good. As far as the cheap beers go, I like that. I like Pabst Blue Ribbon. I like Miller High Life. I like Coors Banquet beer, the actual Coors. Not Coors Light, but Banquet, So anyway, we went back in there. I was walking around. They had this sign on the Pabst Blue Ribbon, the PBR, and it said 30-pack $17.99, already cheap. $17.99 for a 30-pack, and it said, and if you can get a $10 rebate if you send in a photograph of your receipt, right? And I was like, a 30-pack for $7.99? That shit's crazy. So, I mean, I generally would not have bought that, but I thought $7.99, heck. So I took it up there, and I bought all the stuff. And I said, does this thing actually work, this rebate thing? She goes, yeah, it works. I said, all right, I'm going to try it. As soon as we get out in the parking lot, I'm going to take a picture, and I'm going to send it in. So there's like some kind of email address you send it to. So I took a picture of the receipt where it showed that I bought a 30-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon, and I sent it in to whatever email address it was. And I got an email back that said, do you want your rebate to be sent to your PayPal account, or do you want it to be sent to Venmo? Those were the two choices, Venmo, PayPal. And I can navigate both those systems. I use both of those systems pretty regularly. I mean, I do good. I'm really good. I mean, there's a big boy. Anyway, all right. Anyway, I said PayPal. Do PayPal, because I have one of those credit cards, or like a debit card for that. So and it came a couple days later. I got the money. Like, what the heck is that? And it said I could do it once a month for the rest of the year. Although I haven't even opened the 30-pack. I put it in the downstairs fridge. I haven't even opened it yet. It's probably like 3 weeks ago, 2 or 3 weeks ago. I haven't even. I don't need to buy 30 a month, But I could if I wanted to. Plus, it probably wouldn't be $17.99 at stores locally, Anyway, I thought that was crazy. $7.99 for a 30-pack of Pabst Blue Ribbon. Hell yeah! There was this bar in Atlanta called Moe's and Joe's. It's one of the biggest sellers of Pabst Blue Ribbon in the United States. It's all about the Pabst. Got giant signage. Got this huge neon sign hanging over the bar. Everything's Pabst in there. And they sell a ton of it. Always reminds me of that place. I love that bar. It's one of my favorites. Tony and I used to go in there every Saturday night. Like, we'd go in there at like 5 o'clock or something. Before the crowd came in, before the youngsters came in, college crowd and all that. It's a dive bar, but it's a cool, hip place in Atlanta. And when I think of Pabst, I always think of that place. But anyway, so that happened. That was fun. Also, the Reds, my team, the Reds. I just got finished watching them complete a 4-game sweep of the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs are in first place in the National League Central. They're a really good team, and the Reds beat them 4 games in a row. And the Reds, if the season ended today, which it doesn't, but if the season ended today, they'd be in the playoffs. That's insane. 2 weeks ago, they were 6 games out. 2 weeks ago, they were 6 games out of making the playoffs. 2 weeks later, they're in the playoffs. I mean, they still have to play 6 more games, so they could lose it. I mean, they could still lose it. They just have to defend. They just have to keep winning. But it was an exciting game. My sphincter was cinched off so tight you couldn't have put a fiber optic cable in there. My stomach was messed up. I was like, oh my God, it was so stressful, so stressful. They won by 1-0. Such a slim margin. Any small little problem, it could have been tied up, or one swing of the bat, and they're losing. It's just. But they held on. They won it. It was exciting. It's been an exciting weekend of baseball. The Reds are rolling right now. They're peaking at the exact right time. If they can continue this for 6 more games, they'll be in the playoffs. Who knows? They might go to the World Series. I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But it's exciting. The team is playing well. It's exciting. It's fun. It's good times. Also, I went to see Elvis Costello down in Bethlehem, PA, at the Wind Creek, what's it called? Wind Creek Event Center. It was good. The only complaint is the sound wasn't great. I don't know what's going on with that. It's 2025. It sounded very muddy. You know what I mean? Where you can't really discern one. You can't tell which instrument. It's just a big sludge. Which I don't know. It's kind of disappointing. I don't understand how you could in 2025, especially somebody like him. He has the best people. I don't know. I don't know how that's possible. But he was good, and the band sounded good. The band was good, and they had played all those early songs. It was great. He did change the arrangements on a couple of them, which I don't know. It's like I just want him to play. I just want him to play it the way I know it. But he did some kind of slow bluesy version of Watching the Detectives. Hang on a second. Oh my God. Something going on in my throat. Anyway, so but it was good. It was fun. I got a signed poster. It's really cool looking. I'm gonna get a frame for it, hang it up in the bunker somewhere. I already got it figured out. I know where I'm gonna put it. Some things are gonna have to be either taken down or moved, but I got a spot for it. So it's a kick-ass poster, and it was a good show. It was good. I'm not saying it was terrible or anything. And there was some 90-year-old lady. When we were leaving, some old lady was walking out same time we were. She goes, "I'm 90 years old, and I still like the rock and roll." I said, "All right, did you have fun?" "I certainly did. That Elvis is something else." Like, what the heck? It was loud too. I don't know. She could have been a frickin' Woodstock for all I know. I don't know. I don't want to patronize. People do that shit to me, like I was just talking about. I don't know. Good for her. I hope I'm still going to see bands when I'm 90. I just love that rock and roll music. I'm paraphrasing. So that was fun. It was good. There's also the Reds. The Reds pitcher was throwing a no-hitter during that concert. They were throwing Hunter Green, Reds pitcher, was throwing a no-hitter during the Elvis Costello. Talk about being torn. It's like, I got to keep track of this shit, but I also don't want to miss any of this. I'm like looking at my phone. People are like, I hate when people go to concerts and all they do is look at their phones. It's not that. It's not that. I was following. The guy was throwing a no-hitter. He ended up with a one-hitter, but and a complete game shutout. Fantastic. But anyway, yeah, that was fun. That was good. I mean, I wish they had a more crisper sound. That's the only thing. It's the only downside to it. Elvis was funny. He had a lot of little comments between some of the songs, and it was good. It was really good. No encore. No opening act. No encore. He just came out, powered through like 25 songs or so, and said, "Have a good evening. We're out." That's unusual. But anyway, so that was fun. And then Friday, Tony and I went to the Bloomsburg Fair. It's a fair that's been going on for 170 years. 170 years. Can you believe that? It's one of the biggest fairs in the United States. Massive. And it was opening day, so it was, it didn't open till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So we went, and I'd never been before. I've been here for 25 years. Never been to it before. Or Tony hadn't either, obviously. And it was good. It was fun. It was just a sea of food trucks. Like the entire thing is just loaded with hundreds and hundreds of food trucks. And anything you can think of, any kind of obscure thing, all the normal stuff. And I ate a wide path through that place. I'm not sure if I can remember it all, but I'll try. So I ate a apple dumpling with a scoop of cinnamon ice cream on top of it. Fantastic. I mean, one of the best. That was the best thing I had all day. I had that. I had a Philly cheesesteak at some bizarre place. I mean, I don't know. It's supposedly the best place to get cheesesteaks in there. And I don't know. They were real weird. At that one, I just split with Tony. Actually, she only ate like a third of it. I ate 2/3 of it. And I said, would you be able to cut that in half? They go, no, we can't do that. I said, what? We're not allowed. I said, by who? Who's not allowed? We're not allowed. We don't do that. We can give you a plastic knife and you can cut it, but you have to cut it off. You have to do it off the property. I said, what the hell? I said, okay, what the hell? So we go up to pay, right? And the guy, I said, can I get a knife or something? He goes, if you're going to cut it in half, you're going to have to do it off. I said, okay. What is that? What kind of weirdness is that? Can anybody explain that to me? So I had a cheesesteak. I had a hot dog with sauerkraut and mustard. I had 2 pieces of fudge. I had a slush puppy. I had some pierogies. I wanted to get one of those walking tacos, where they crunch up a bag of Doritos and put all the meat and the lettuce and the onions and the tomatoes and all that stuff down in there. But I felt like I was either going to either vomit or shit myself. I was at the point I felt like Mr. Creosote. If I had one more thing, something bad was going to happen. So I opted not to. As I was driving home, I felt like I let myself down. I felt shame. I should have pushed through and had that walking taco before I left. I don't know. Just I feel like I'm disappointed in myself. I'm not even kidding. I'm not doing material here. I literally felt like, what a wuss. I mean, what kind of a baby are you? And I still feel that way. It hasn't it hasn't faded. But anyway, I'd go back. I mean, it was hot. It was like unbelievably hot. Felt like Washington D.C. when we were in Washington D.C. I mean, it's been fall like up here, but that day down there in Bloomsburg, it was hot and humid and sunny, and it was bright. I don't know. But, it was fun. I'd do it again, definitely, absolutely, 100%. And it was good stuff. Next time we have to do a little bit better. We'll have to go on a day where they open in the morning, We can get there more along the lines of 11 a.m. or something like that. And then, pace yourself a little bit. And plus, have a plan. Because we didn't know anything about it. We're just kind of wandering around. Like, that looks good. Let's try that, Need to have more of a plan, But anyway, yeah, it was good. It was good times. So we did that on Friday. Tony's in South Carolina. See her sister. Coming back Tuesday. It's Sunday. Was it Sunday? Yeah, it's Sunday as I record this. I don't even know what day it is. It's all running together on me. I'm off work tomorrow. I took tomorrow off. I have a bunch of PTO left. So I took tomorrow off. I'll probably pay for it tenfold, but whatever. So I was off Thursday, Friday, Monday. So 5 days. I'll pay for it tenfold. Every time you take a day off, you're punished for it. The universe punishes you. But anyway, so we did that, and it was good stuff. Before I have a bunch of phone calls, or I have several. Before we get to that, I want to do something. See if we can do something. I might make this a regular feature. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But I wanted to do something about other memorable Jeffs. Not that I'm saying I'm memorable, but memorable Jeffs throughout history. All right. So I got an entry for the very first inaugural, the launching of this feature. So here it is. So this is memorable Jeffs throughout history. Let me read this thing for you. It says in May 2015. Jeff Waters of Jacksonville, Florida, made headlines with an audacious attempt to cash a $368 billion check at a Bank of America branch. The check, drawn on the now-defunct U.S. Bank of Idaho from the 1990s, was made out to cash. Waters claimed he purchased the blank check from a homeless man named Tito for $100, who assured him it could be filled out for any amount. Trusting Tito's advice, Waters wrote in the staggering sum, believing it would be honored. Upon presenting the check, bank tellers grew suspicious. I don't know what tipped them off, but they grew suspicious and contacted authorities. When questioned, Waters maintained his innocence, stating, "Tito said the check was good for any amount I wanted to write it for. So blame Tito, not me. I am as innocent as a schoolgirl." Is that what you actually said? I am as innocent as a schoolgirl. Okay. Further investigation revealed Waters was in possession of bath salts and Chinese throwing stars at the time of his arrest. Despite the bizarre nature of the incident, Waters had grand plans for the funds, envisioning an 80 million square foot underwater Italian restaurant capable of seating 30 million diners simultaneously, all while enjoying views of sharks swimming nearby. So there you go, Jeff Waters of Jacksonville, Florida, a memorable Jeff throughout history. There you go. What do you think? Should I do that? Make that a regular? I'm sure there's plenty of memorable Jeffs, right? Should I make that a memorable feature or a continuing feature? Let me know your thoughts. I like the part about had Chinese throwing stars and bath salts at the time of his arrest. And he wanted a restaurant underwater that could seat 30 million. He reached for the stars, man. Well, the throwing stars. Anyway, so there we have that. So I do have some calls. This first one is from my old friend Tim in Dunbar. Here it is.
Hey, Jeff, this is Tim in Dunbar. I was listening to the episode where you went to the Downton Abbey movie. I read an article that said that men that go to that movie are legally required to sit down when they pee in restaurants. So I was just wondering how that was working out for you.
How dare you? How dare you? I will have you know that when I urinate in a very manly manner. I spread my legs slightly. I put my fists on my side, on my hips, the side of my hips, like Captain America. I adopt a Captain America stance while urinating, and I can't think of anything more manly than that. Despite going to the Downton Abbey movie, where I was, outnumbered, shall we say, outnumbered greatly. My demographic was not represented in a number that was made me comfortable. But anyway, I don't care. I like Downton Abbey. You can think what you want. I do not have to sit and tuck. Thank you very much. Simply because I went to see the Downton Abbey movie. Never been so offended. All right. Thanks for the call, Tim. Thank you very much. Always a pleasure. This next call is from our old pal Steve in Texas. Here it is.
Hey, Jeff. Steve in Texas calling with some authentic Texas road noise here in the car. We listened to your podcast driving, probably like a lot of your fan club here. And I got to tell you, your theme song, we know your theme song. Like, I know every little detail of your theme song. And I bet if I picked up a guitar, I could probably play that riff. My question for you is, can you go back and retell us the story? I think you found the guy on Fiverr. Did you pay him $5? And who is this guy? Can you find him? Can you go find who this guy? I want to see this guy's work. I wonder what his other stuff sounds like often. One other thing I wanted to tell you about your theme. The first time, I've been following you since the website back in the day. Not the zine days, but the website. And when I first heard the theme, I got to be honest with you, it wasn't what I expected. I didn't West Virginia surf report. I don't know, Dick Dale meets some banjos, just in the theme of West Virginia and the surf report. But now, every time your podcast comes on, my wife and I both can sing the theme, and we do. So, can you give us more details? Dig deep into the archives, tell us the whole story of that theme. Was it the first cut? Did you have them do a revision? And who is this mysterious songwriter? All right, thanks, Jeff. See you, bud.
First of all, banjos, never been so offended. Did I just say that? I've never been so offended since Tim's call, the previous call. Banjos. No, I don't think so. Anyway, the theme song, I'm glad you asked. I looked it up, and that guy's still out there. The guy that did that for me, he's still on Fiverr. He's from Argentina. He did actually. I'm gonna play something for you. He did a previous when I first started this podcast. I called it the Jeff K Show. I thought I did it as a joke because nobody gives a shit about Jeff K. And that was the joke, the Jeff K Show, right? And I included it every once in a while on my website, back when the website was active and kicking. So every once in a while I would do a Jeff K Show episode. And then I kind of liked doing it, so I did it more often. And I had this guy. I went on Fiverr, like you said, and I found this guy. Actually, I found. I tried a couple guys. In fact, I'll play both of them. This one right here, I don't remember who did this, but I'm not sure. I don't know what you think about this. But this is somebody else. This isn't the same guy. This is somebody else that did this. This is another one. I don't think I ever used it, but you'll get to hear it now. So here it is.
You found it, lodged and fluttering, deep in the digestive tract of the internet itself. The Jeff K Show. With your host, Jeff K. Worldwide on Patreon.
lodged and fluttering deep in the digestive tract of the internet itself. I must have wrote that copy. I don't remember. Anyway, it's pretty good. It's not that bad. But then the guy from Argentina. I found the guy from Argentina, and he did a theme for the Jeff K Show. If you haven't ever heard the Jeff K Show, I'll play in a second. I'll play you the theme song from that one, and it's by the same guy who does the current Surf Report theme song. It's also kick ass. This guy's like talented. You know, this guy's no joke. I showed a video. I was looking at it the other day. I was going to see if I could find him on there. On Fiverr, he's still on there. I don't know. I feel like I paid like $50 for it, maybe $40. Feels like it might have been $40 is how much I paid for both of them. But however, I think he charged me $40 for the intro and maybe like $30 for the outro, he calls it. So the one at the beginning, the one at the end. So I think it was like $70 total. You know, it wasn't $5. It was a substantial amount of money. I mean, $70 is a lot. You know, that's not something you just like peel off some 20s and here you go there. And I also I'll play it now. This is the one he did for the Jeff K Show. This is the intro only. So here it is. How rockin' is that? Well, the only thing I don't like about that is he has to like make Jeff, the word Jeff, into 2 syllables. Welcome to the JFK. You know, that bugs me a little bit, but it's good. The music's kicking. That guy's. So anyway, I found it on there, and there's a video of him playing guitar, and it doesn't show his face; it just shows his hands. And I had the older boy come down and watch it because he's a guitarist. He's really good too. And I said, "Watch this. What do you think of this guy?" And he's playing, and he's like, "Oh my God, that guy's good." He said he's doing some stuff there. I don't know. I can't do. So I think, you know, he's really good. So anyway, so he did that. He did the Jeff K Show. I was very happy with it. I thought it was really cool. And then when I changed the name, because it's a stupid name, the Jeff K Show, I don't know. I just did that as a joke. You know, like I was acting like I was a big, you know, putting on airs. I was acting like. I don't know how to describe it, but it was done as a joke. And then I started doing it on a continuous basis. I was doing it consistently. And I asked Zip, I said, I wish I hadn't called it that. I wish I could just change the name. He goes, just change it. I said, really? He goes, yeah, just change it. Who cares? It doesn't matter. I said, I guess you're right. I guess you're right. So I just changed it to the West Virginia Surfport and started back at episode number 1. I don't remember how many Jeff K Show episodes I did. It seems like there's a lot, like 70 or something. But anyway, so then I went back to the Argentinian, and he said that he could do it, but it might be delayed because the country is going through some kind of upheaval, some political upheaval, and the electricity's off all the time. I was like, what the hell? The shit? But he said he'd get around to it, and he did. And it's the one you guys know. It's the one at the beginning of this show and at the end of it. The guy's good. He's still out there. It feels like he raised his prices a little bit. I don't know. I mean, I can't remember his name. I can find it again and put it in the show notes. But yeah, he's still out there. The guy's legitimate. Argentinian rocker. It's an original song. It's something he came up with, and I own the rights to it now. It's fantastic. Thanks for asking, Steve. I appreciate that. I'm glad I could talk about that because we were just talking about that recently. Me and somebody at work. Me and somebody at work, I think. All right, this last call is from our old buddy Ian in Scotland, and here it is.
Hey, Jeff. It's Ian in Scotland, in Florida here. So I was meant to be flying out to Massachusetts for a wedding as a +1 with my girlfriend, but we decided it would make sense for me to rearrange my flights and head down to Florida for 5 days before we head up there. So we're going to fly up from Florida to Massachusetts to Boston and then go to this wedding. And it's great. It's great being here. Hot as hell with high humidity. So I can stand it for 5 days, experience it. It's intense. Wouldn't like to stay here for the summer. It's nuts. So thought I'd give you an update on it. So we met in Sweden, and I don't know what happened. Speaking to somebody, and reckon that Cupid must have had an eye infection or needed his bow restrung because he hit this woman from Florida for me. I mean, I'm glad he did. We hit it off. It's great. But something was up with Cupid. He wasn't shooting straight. I don't know who his intended target was, but she was the best looking woman in the room, that's for sure. So so tomorrow going to the barrel, the Cracker Barrel. I'm going to check that out, and I shall report back to you with my findings, and perhaps settle this debate. Okay, over and out. Keep up the work. Bye.
You're in Florida to suffer. Yeah. To see your girlfriend that you met in Sweden. Right. I saw on Instagram that you were in Florida. I was like, why? You're back? Weren't you just in the United States recently? Cool. Yeah, Florida's cool. It's hot. It's not cool. It's cool in one sense, very hot in another sense, and humid, disgusting. I don't think I could live down there in the summer either. It's one of those things, sort of like living up here in the winter. You just got to stay inside all the time. It's probably no difference really, but it's disgusting. But anyway, glad you're having a good time. And I saw you were in Massachusetts, New Hampshire. I've been following your exploits on Instagram, Ian, and you're in Maine, I think. Sounds like you guys had a good time. I'm happy for you. I'm happy that you got a girlfriend in Florida. It seems like things are going well. Well done. Good times. And I know you went to the Cracker Barrel, and you sent me some text messages about that. I won't say anything about it. I won't tell anybody what you thought of it. You can call back and give your review of the Cracker Barrel. I know he did go there. He's been keeping me updated on that, so he can do the review of that. And I'm glad you're having a good time, Ian. You travel the world, man. I wish I traveled as much as you. I would love to travel, but I just don't. I don't. I have so many roadblocks. Number one roadblock, bank account. Number two roadblock, just general shit hanging over my head all the time. Things I have to handle. Anyway, thanks for calling, Ian. I always enjoy your calls. I appreciate it. And I like that train. I like it give sort of like a Johnny Cash feel with the train going in the background. It's pretty cool. So anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for calling. Thanks, Ian. Thanks, Steve, and thanks, Tim. I guess Captain America. That's the way I go. Very manly. Anyway, all right, we're at the end of this thing. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want 2 of these a week instead of a measly one, you can do that by heading over to Patreon. That's Patreon, patreon.com/Jeff K. Sign up for a $4 or more monthly donation, and you'll get an extra episode every week. Not every once in a while, it's for suckers. Every time I publish one on the main network, a few days later, there's a new one for patrons only, full-length episodes, just like this, for patrons, you know, and there's a whole bunch of them in there, 200 and some. So if you sign up, you'll gain instant access to all the ones already in there and all the new ones as they're published. So do it today, patreon.com/JeffK. And if you want to call in like those three folks did, it's easy to do. Call 570-290-8151. Call me around the clock. It's voicemail. I'm not going to answer. You're not going to call it, and I'm just going to go, yellow. No, it's just going to be like a voicemail, and you can leave your comment there, and then they'll send me a transcript of what you said. I get these emails and I read them. I'm like sitting in a restaurant or something, and sometimes they're like completely messed up, you know, like they're completely wrong. Google attempts to create a transcript, and they're often wildly wrong. But anyway, and then I can just it creates an MP3 file, and it's good. It's great. So if you want to be part of a future show, give me a call, 570-290-8151. And surfreportpod.com is the web home of the podcast. Check that out as well. We're at the end of this thing. Thank you guys for listening, and thanks for all the support and all that stuff. Until next time, which will be over on the Patreon side, hope you guys have yourselves a fine, fine day. I'll see you. Bye.
Lodged and fluttering.